Hello everybody, this is Monslayer here. Today we're reacting to something different. We're reacting to more years. I'll say the first half because I can't say that rap because I might butcher it. So we're not reacting to Red Say Detsu. Reacting to a different creator on this Bao situation. I had no clue about the situation. Do you own research? Don't just trust me, because I'll get complaints in the comments if I don't say this. Because it's important to do your own research. And also, please, I have an Instagram now where y'all can find my shorts and good time besides drama and stuff. So, look for me on Instagram. And also, take on this platform out, right and red too. And my Discord, I am almost everywhere. And some of you are not subscribed. I would appreciate you if you do. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a lot surrounding the whole Bao situation. You guys know it's been absolutely taking over the VTubing space, and it's kind of the big discussion has been going around has been what really makes up a VTuber, right? What really classes you as a VTuber, as obviously the whole situation with her bio, essentially saying VTuber, and now she's obviously doing a lot of IRL face posting content, right? Which obviously has people questioning, well, does this really make you a VTuber anymore if you're just going to do IRL content? Which again, you know, I just don't think it does, right? I think at the end of the day, if you want to go and make IRL content, I think that's totally fine, right? And no one's stopping you from doing that. But I think obviously, holding on to that VTuber title or tag, sometimes, yeah, isn't exactly the play, especially.
Yeah, I might play a little longer, but I would say yes. I say this does not make you a VTuber anymore. This makes you a writer and YouTuber. Yeah, I don't be calling you yourself a VTuber. We can't think you're just fully invested into like something. You can do whatever you want. That's fine. That's your stuff. Yeah, but if people expect you to be a VTuber, to be clear, this is only applied to VTubers that don't have a strong relationship with their community. Because I see like VTubers that do real stuff and are successful, so it really depends. And also, some people don't really care because, if they're truly there for you, then maybe you will like your art stuff. Oh no. This is my own personal opinion. You guys can have your own thoughts of this as well. But personally, real stuff I mean is completely fine as long you're not using the VTuber as a way to get to you. That's what I think.
If you are making that big switch to IRL content. Now, again, obviously, as I said, to me personally, it comes down to ratios. Obviously, I know some of you guys don't agree with that. But I think that obviously, if there's a certain like percentage that you're using your VTuber model, then sure, I think you can mix it up. I know some people are much more
you can mix it up.
Hard on it, saying you can't show your face whatsoever. Like if you show your face, you're not a VTuber altogether, even if you only show it like once or whatever. Which again, some people have that opinion. Me personally, I don't, just because I know so many VTubers in the space that show off their face, and I feel like I still consider them a VTuber. Right, obviously Kason being one of them. You can see she's actually live there.
The only way I consider this person as a VTuber if they still have VTuber stuff. Even if they show their face, I would still consider them as a VTuber. Because as a one-time thing, you can mix it up like he said. As long as you put VTuber, you're doing good. I mean, I see a bunch of VTubers show their face, don't do VTubing stuff. If you only posting real life stuff, zero VTuber content, then that's when you have to drop the VTuber. Because you're not a VTuber anymore.
I wish she got her face. Oh no. Oh, she's VTubing today. Okay, so yeah, of course, that's like some of the people that I think of, but many people have many different opinions about it. And I did come across this one clip from Kanara here, essentially talking about kind of like a analogy to explain this Bao VTuber drama and why some people are upset about it. So let's just play it.
I want to eat a steak today. I'm wanting a steak, and then you Google steak factory, and then you see, oh, I want a steak. This is a steak factory. Let's go to the steak factory and get a steak, because that's what happens when you go to the steak factory. you get a steak. You drive to Steak Factory and you knock on the door. You're like, hello, can I have a steak? And then the Steak Factory says to you, we have waffles. What? If Steak Factory, why waffle? Well, we sell steaks and we're still a steak factory, but we also have waffles. And we're doing a lot more waffles now instead of steaks. Then change to Waffle Factory then. Yeah, but we're still a steak factory. People like steaks, and steaks are popular. So to get people into the store, we say we're a steak factory instead of a waffle factory. And we just hope you take the waffles once you're here. And then you just kick the guy in the face and you rob him. Because
I don't know about this that last part, but you guys get what what she means there. I don't think this is actually a good analogy. I'm gonna be honest, right? You go.
This isn't a good analogy. I completely agree with her. This is why I have like 2 separate YouTube accounts. One for drama, one for positive upbringing content that makes people happy, whatever. Because, what people expect from a positive meme channel. Memes and positive stuff. Like if I suddenly changed to drama and never changed my channel's tag forever, people would say, why don't you change it to drama? Well, I didn't change it to drama because meme and positive tags made my videos more popular. So, like that. That's why I like to separate my content, because people want to see what they want to see, Like if I suddenly post gaming and I put like reaction tags under it, people would expect reactions, not gaming. So, what do you think, guys? Personally, I'll keep saying it. It doesn't matter as long as they're not using the VTuber tag as a way to, bring in views. Other than that, I don't care.
To a steak factory and they're not selling steaks, they're actually selling waffles. They're doing waffles a lot more now. So yeah, they're just hoping that you come into the door thinking that you're getting steaks and instead you're getting waffles, which I think is a good example as to how the kind of bao situation has gone recently. But obviously there's been a lot of responses too, which I kind of wanted to go through. Obviously a lot of people have been talking about it, saying so people are losing their stuff over immersion. Now that bao seems to be pivoting to IRL content. Is it justified? Now, again, I don't think it is just about immersion. I don't think people are caring about the immersion as much as some people are caring about other things, to be honest. I think, a big part of it is just due to the labeling and using VTubing as a label to kind of draw people in and stuff like that. I think it is much more nuanced than just people being upset about the immersion breaking. I don't think that many people do care about that kind of stuff.
You know what? I almost gave up. Even though I was agreeing and somehow just did my own commentary, I kind of gave up. We all should just take a break from drama. I think we all just need to take a break from Twitter and just step away from this and just get some fresh air and cut some grass. At this point, why does it matter this much? We should not be caring about what others do. As long as it isn't bad. This drama situation is not bad because it's just bao doing RL content. I see nothing wrong with it. I feel like at this point, if people are getting angry, just you switch to real life content. Those people need to take a break because they should not be angry unless the bao is clickbaiting them. They're not completely bad, but I have not seen bao clickbait anyone. So, because if people are getting angry just because he switched content, because you want to try out something new, I guess take a break from the internet. But don't you just try to get angry at them or fight back, because it's gonna make it worse for a situation like this. So, that's my own opinion.
So yeah, saying bao started out IRL streaming and her IRL face was known from before because a long time her channel was still called Hikaru Station. She only stopped because she didn't feel confident and went to VTubing. Bao is one of the VTubers. There was never much immersion if you followed her from the beginning, which again, I think if you want to go from IRL to VTubing, I don't think that's a problem, right? I feel like that's fine.
That's
so
fine,
from a content creation standpoint, not really. They can be disappointed and just leave or keep moving. If she's switching up all her content, she can do that if she wants. It'd be a different story if she started lashing out and getting mad at people because they only liked her for the model if viewership started dropping. Saying, I'm happy that she seems more confident in a non-simpy way. Which, yeah, I mean, fair enough. Saying people are hating, I think it's fine, to be honest. She already did quite a bit of IRL stuff, just now has the facial expressions DLC, which again, obviously, yeah, I do think that is true. But of course, I think there is this whole thing of like, you know, let's be real. If we go through like her social media, it's just all face posts now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it does really get to a point where it's just like, okay, maybe you are just a VTuber anymore. Like, here we go. Like one clip. Okay, we can keep going. Right. Okay, there we go. We got a clip. So this is the face reveal. We got two VTuber clips, and then face, one VTuber clip, and then all just face, right?
Like, everyone has a different opinion on this. For me, you can do whatever you want. I can do whatever she wants. I mean, that's her channel. That's what she can do whatever she wants, yeah. But I don't know too much about the situation, but I want you guys to think what you think about the Bao situation. Maybe some of you don't care about it. Maybe some of you do care about it. But I really don't care because it's her channel. She can do whatever she wants with it. If people are fine with it, like she unfollow or unsubscribe. That's my own thoughts.
Which again, obviously, you know, she has been doing IRL streams before, just not with her full face. But I think whenever stuff like your Twitter, your Instagram, all this kind of stuff just isn't a VTuber model or anything like that. I mean, you know, that's what people are arguing doesn't really make a VTuber.
Yeah, sorry for pausing again. Just if you hate pausing the original videos in the description. So, we go back. You know about VTuber. You know why? Usually I would change everything. Because once you change it, people will have a harder time to find you because you just changed it. Firstly, I know that because I changed mine before. I changed my username. You know what mine used to be? So, this was my original username. This is my new one. It really messes up everything, so she can't really change it. Because if she changed it, then the algorithm was gonna have a hard time looking for her. So yeah, let's go back.
Model or anything like that. I mean, you know, that's what people are arguing doesn't really make a VTuber in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Saying, I mean, if you aren't in the IRL content, just unfollow her. What's the point of complaining on Twitter? And I think that is fair enough, right?
Yeah,
if you don't want to watch Bao's IRL content, I think that is fine, right? You don't have to watch it. You know, I think that's, you know, whatever. But if you want to continue watching it, and if she doesn't, you know, use the word VTuber to milk it, I think that's also fine too, right? If she wants to go and create IRL content, try something a little bit different and whatever, I think that is also totally okay. I don't have any problem with that. And I think a lot of people don't have any problem with that. It's just more so, I think, the attachment to VTubing and the kind of like, you know, in the middleness of it, I think people are not so happy about, right? Like,
yeah, I can get it why Amy, but I guess let her do whatever she wants. But people complain on Twitter, you know, because they're not gonna change Bao's opinion unless it badly affects her. She's not gonna change it. I mean, some people are supporting it, some people don't care. So instead of complaining on Twitter like this, why don't you unsubscribe or unfollow her? I mean, it's literally quite easy to do it. All it takes you is like what? Let me example. Like, all it takes you is one to unfollow, and that's it. No, you know, one click and you unfollow them. You don't need to complain on Twitter ever again.
You know, in the middleness of it, I think people are not so happy about, right? Like the am I a VTuber, aren't I a VTuber thing is the kind of thing that people are upset at, rather than like, you know, nobody's going to be upset at like a VTuber pivoting to IRL content unless it's for like some reason to get away from stuff, which again, some people do claim with that. But of course, you know, nobody's going to be upset if they just completely change their content. It's more so just people using VTubers as like a platform to kind of get people in the store, as they say with that analogy, and then obviously be like, okay, well, now I'm doing IRL, right? Which is the thing that I think people are mostly mad at. I feel lied to. She's not an actual whale. Does she even go to the ocean? Thing. It's not like she stopped VTubing too. She can do both. It's not a big deal. And I said, yeah, Kayson's been doing it for that for years. Hell, one of the most famous bit of X Company is the reaction daisy chain to an IRL Kayson clip going full circle back to her. Which, saying to me, she'll always be with the one barking at Blade. Nothing will change that peak content. So I mean, her shift into a face reveal was very apparent over the last year. She was starting to do more IRL streams at home for quite a while. I knew she would do a face reveal at some point. Plus, I think she'll still use her VTuber model, just not as often. I mean, Lena does the same thing. She does a mix of IRL and VTuber content. She will always be the same boba. Which again, I think it is just like, yeah, one of those things where there is plenty of VTubers out there, as they say, Lena, Kason, and people who do a mix of content, but I think they do the mix of content quite
We don't, sorry if I went silent, but I would say this, why people care much about the situation. I mean, they can unfollow it, can unsubscribe it. All you need is like 2 seconds of it. I mean, if she's doing the mix of VTuber content and RL stuff, why it matters? I mean, I seen VTubers who quit being VTubers and switched RL because VTubing wasn't working for them. Like, there's plenty of example of that.
well, right? I think they obviously managed to keep up both sides of the VTubing and IRL aspects, which, to be honest, me personally, I don't have an issue with. I know some people do have an issue with it, which is fair enough. But
I
of
don't
course,
have
me
issue
personally, I
with
don't
it.
care. You know, I like Kason's content,
Me
both
too, I don't care.
IRL and VTuber. Same with Lena as well, right? But of course,
I mean, I'm sorry for pausing. I mean, is it really entertaining to do it at making content? Why care? Like, if they can make good quality content, I wouldn't care to do RL stuff. That's my own opinion, though.
of course, it's just like depending on how Bao does that, right, in the future. Because obviously, if we go to her Twitch here, you know, we can see the types of streams that she's been doing. As you can see, it's been like VTuber and things like that. And then you can see a lot of these have just been IRL lately, right? And you know, it's fine to have a stint of like IRL streams if that's what you want to do. Also, the Twitch application sucks so bad. There we go. That it doesn't work sometimes. Anyway, sorry, I get so mad at Twitch sometimes. But you can see, right? It's just mainly it's been IRL content for the last 12 days or so. Okay, no, last 16 days, last 17 days. So for you know, there hasn't been a single, you know, VTuber stream since last month, right? And of course, you know, she does, you know, here it is. You can see her doing like VTuber streams, and then here's like an IRL one with her still with the mask on before she did the face reveal. I think that kind of like content would be fine, right? If you can see like it's 1, 2, you know, VTuber, IRL, VTuber. I think that's fine, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, as you can see, the reason why people are asking, okay, well, is she really a VTuber now? Is because it's gone IRL, right? So again, it is that's just all the stream now, right? So that's why people are wondering what is going on. That's why people are a little bit confused about whether she's a VTuber or not anymore, because she hasn't made any VTuber content in the past, what, 17 days, what month, really? Because last month, right? So yeah, you know, that's why people are confused. That's why people are asking the question. So yeah, I think that is why, you know, this kind of gets turned upside down, I guess, whenever it comes to this whole conversation, right? But yeah, I do think it's pretty interesting just to read the responses to a lot of people.
Oh, thanks. Sorry it happened possible. This short video, because I haven't found it where I can pause to that interest enough, but all I can say, I kind of hate why people are upset, because, you know, you expect VTuber content, but as long as she's doing VTuber content with RL stuff, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as she's entertaining, she, you know, not boring, why care? Now, if she's using the VTuber tag just to get people to watch her stuff, then yes, I'll consider that as bad, but right now, I don't see it for doing it. Oh, anyways, see y'all later. Bye.
The world outside is painted white, a silent hush of fading light. Winter's breath upon the pane, whispers of a coming rain or snow, depending on mood. Long shadows stretch the day.